Hello everyone, welcome to this pick a card reading. My name is Gabby Turner, and in today's pick a card we're going to be asking, and this was a viewer request, what are your haters up to? What are they planning towards you? What are their intentions towards you? And kind of just getting a feel for like what's going on with them personally as well. So with that said, I am looking real cute today because I want to give my haters something to talk about. So that's what's up here. So we have three options. Your first option is represented by this goddess card, and I'm going to pronounce this as well as I can, Hsi Wang Mu. And someone did tell me once before how to pronounce her name, and I've already forgotten, so I'm sorry about that. But option number 2 is Sekhmet, and option number 3 is Aeracura. So those are your three goddesses, and the timestamps for each reading are listed below with the goddess's name. So once you have tuned into your intuition to determine which reading or readings are calling out to you, you can just use those timestamps and I will see you there. So again, option number 1, Hsi Wang Mu, option 2, Sekhmet, and option 3, Aeracura. All right, group 1, welcome to your reading. I'm just showing off how ridiculous I look, but I also feel kind of cute, ironically. All right, you chose this goddess card. Her card says renewal at the bottom, and I actually feel like the hater that you are trying to learn more about, they're kind of stuck, but they want some sort of renewal. And as I was shuffling, I was getting, first of all, the Moon card and the High Priestess card reversed. I'm using the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. So if you know anything about tarot, you know that, oh, I'm sorry, this is the Lovers card reversed. I thought it was the Moon because there's a large moon on it. So that's interesting. I was about to say, you know, like if you know anything about tarot, the Moon and the High Priestess have a similar vibe in a way because they're both about the more unconscious aspects of life that we have to sort of feel our way through, or like, you know, pick up the vibes, be a little bit more psychic or intuitive. But actually we have the High Priestess reversed and the Lovers card reversed. But it's giving Moon energy as well. So the Lovers card reversed, I feel like this person, this hater of yours, they feel stuck because they aren't getting the helpful support that they're used to. It's like, you know, maybe this person's flying monkeys, or the people that they usually can persuade to be on their team, right? To side with them, to be their allies and support system, to back them up. They're not knowing how to pull those strings. Because I feel like normally, or this person has had periods with the High Priestess upright and the Lovers upright, they are someone who they kind of can read people very well, and they can see like, okay, these are the strings I need to pull in order to make this person feel like they should be on my team, you know, to use a Blake Lively term, to be my dragon, right? Like they can get people to be their dragons. But now it's reversed, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, my tactics are not working. My tactics to get people in an alliance with me to support whatever it is that I'm trying to make happen for myself, it's not working. And yeah, they feel kind of forlorn. We have the Nine of Wands here and the Ace of Wands as well. Like they want that new burst. They're like, okay, I'm gonna have to figure something else out. Like maybe I'll have to make new friends, or I'll have to figure out a new approach, but they do feel sort of lost right now. Okay, we have the Two of Cups here. Yeah, I think that what they're viewing, so I'm asking with this Two of Cups, how much of this is their energy, or in what way is this their energy, and what way is this someone else's? And their energy It's the Two of Wands. They desire this personal connection with other people. They want friends again. They want people on their side again, which I've already said. And I think that a little bit of their karma is that they're actually seeing someone else. It could be you. Is it group 1 that they're seeing like this? Yes. They're seeing you find the same support that they had been able to manipulate for themselves before. Like, oh, okay, now group 1 is actually, people are siding with group 1. But I want people to side with me again. So I think they want to like either try to pull people back into their side. It's like this tug of war. They're like, let me tug the people back over to my side so they can, you know, be team hater instead of team group 1. What else is going on with group 1's hater? What else is going on with them? So we have the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. It's interesting, like, I mean, I feel like they're going through a period of anxiety, but to their credit, they are trying to be as graceful in this moment of anxiety as they can. Yeah, we have the 2 of Swords. It's like they're trying to cross this tightrope. The circumstances of life are dangerous almost. Like if you're walking a tightrope, you could fall, you could get hurt, right? They know that it's possible for things. It feels like things are starting to unravel already because they're losing support from other people that they've been used to having. They've been used to having a lot of support from other people, and that's unraveling. And so, but they are actually remaining like fairly calm, considering that the state that things are in. Because I feel like, yeah, because they just assume that they're going to turn a corner and things are going to get better. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords. They're kind of just staying calm, like waiting for the tide to turn back in their favor. What makes them feel so confident that that's going to happen? Now we have the Moon card coming up. We have the Moon card and the 10 of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles. Like, I feel like there must be, you know, like they've lost some support from certain people, but they also feel like there are still some people who have been kind of in their ranks on their team for many years who are not going to ultimately desert them. So they're like, yeah, I might be losing some support here, but I'm not losing it all. So it's like they're trying to feel the ground underneath them. They are feeling very hurt by the people that they feel have betrayed them or stopped supporting them. But they also have this, you know, we have the Devil card as well. So this was the 3 of Swords that I'd pulled, but we have the Devil card, which is like, they're like, well, I've still got others. So you don't want to be my friend anymore? You don't want to take my side anymore? I've got other people who have been around for years, right? And they know that there are certain people who are going to like kind of always be loyal to them for whatever reason. Like, I have the sense that these are like very long-term family, long-term friends, like people who have known them for years and maybe see or understand a different side of this person. Like, you know, it's like this person maybe has a villain origin story, and they have friends from back before they became a villain. I'm not saying this person is a villain per se, but you know, this is your hater. You probably don't like them. But yeah, I mean, it's like the people who have known them from way back still love them because they know a different side of them, basically. And so it's, you know, like ultimately the hater that you're asking for feels like they still have the upper hand. They're like, okay, you folks out here think that everybody is abandoning me, that nobody loves me at all, and I know better. And I know that the tide is going to change in my favor because I haven't lost the most important support that I've had. And I do feel like with these supporters that I've just mentioned, like the old school, like, you know, they knew them from way back type of people, this person isn't as likely to encroach upon those people. You know, they wouldn't ask these people to be their dragon. Your hater would not ask them that. Like, they actually have better boundaries with these people who they go way back with. And so the love is more genuine. I just saw 1111. You know, you may or may not recognize this. Just because someone is your hater doesn't mean that they don't have genuine love flowing between them and other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they definitely do. So that's just something to know about this person. And I do feel like, you know, the hater that you're asking about, we have the 9 of Wands, the Strength card reversed, and the 6 of Swords. They're licking their wounds right now, but ultimately they will get through this. They will keep their head high, and ultimately they'll be okay. So what is your hater planning towards you, or what is their energy? Let's just say, what is their energy towards you right now? We have the 9 of Pentacles, right? They do, like I said before, they do sense that people are supporting you more than usual, but they also still see themselves as the Emperor. Like earlier, they saw you as the Emperor when we were talking about them seeing you gaining support, but they still see themselves as an Emperor as well. They're like, listen, I'm established. I know what the hell I'm doing here. There is a strong sense of self-assurance. Like, I feel comfortable in my own skin. I know who I am. Yeah, you're gaining support right now, but like, it's not like my life is over. And they feel like for you, it's like, okay, they don't view you as like being a manipulative, bad person at all, really. They see you as someone who works hard, and you get the support you need because people appreciate the work ethic that you have, and that you're a hard worker, and you're a reliable human being, and people can count on you. They know that about you, but they're also kind of coming through with this energy of, you're not going to take away my empire. You're not going to ruin me. I think basically they are very intent on making the most of a kind of disaster era in their life. This might be this person's disaster era, but they're very intent on making the most of it. Anything else to know here? I feel like I'm getting some supportive words for you, group 1, because I'm feeling like this is your energy that's coming through. We have the King of Wands reversed, the 5 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. To be honest, this whole debacle has been extremely difficult for you as well. You know, like, your hater can see that you're gaining support, and I do feel that you are, but it's like the circles of hell that you have had to go through in order for that to happen, in order for people to wake up and see that you even deserved that support. Like, I do feel like this hater really wronged you, and that's why you went through these circles of hell. And so it's like, yeah, it's a triumph of a sort to finally get this sort of like vindication of like, okay, people are seeing what's going on here. Like, this is crazy what my hater has put me through. So anyway, your spirit guides are just acknowledging, like, you've been through it. You have been effing through it with this person and this situation. You know, your spirit guides are saying, they're kind of reminding you, like, you're a great human being, but they are reminding you that you're not perfect either, right? Like, this person really drug you through the dirt. And let me finish this sentence, because I don't know where they're going with this. Obviously, no human being is perfect, but there's a reason they're pointing this out. And I don't think it's because you believe that you're not perfect, but let's just see let's understand the full paragraph that your spirit guides are trying to channel through me. You've been through it with this person. You're a great human being, but essentially, like all human beings, you do have flaws. And you know, this situation that you've been through with this person, this very unsettling experience, it is meant to help both of you in a way grow and become better people. Your hater is going to walk away from this disfigured from this situation. Disfigured in the sense that, you know, when this person used to be much better at hiding their mean, manipulative, underhanded tactics, but it can't be unseen. You know, there are people who are willing to love and accept this person regardless, which, to be honest, that's great. You know, like, we all deserve to be loved and accepted. But you can't not see these different facets of who this person is, the not so pretty aspects of who this person is. I say this disfigured because she has an eye missing and her throat is cut as well here, the Queen of Wands. You know, the Queen of Wands is normally someone who's kind of good at making her way in the world. She's popular, you know, and but it's like this person has been silenced in a way. Like, their way of speaking out and portraying things they want in the way that they want people to see it. They used to be better at that. Like, they could get people to see things exactly the way, like, they could paint the picture of their preferred reality and get everyone on board. They don't have that ability anymore. The way that they prefer to see things has been lost because people are seeing them more for who they are. So it has changed this person, but I think it has also changed you. We have the Four of Wands in reverse, and I feel like this is where your spirit guides, and you see even on this card, it's almost like the spirit guides whispering up in the heavens above you. You know, they're talking like, okay, group one, they've been resting on something. They've been resting on their full potential almost. And these circles of hell that you have had to go through with this hater of yours, it's like you needed to go through all of that, as hellish as it has been, in order to really establish yourself and be comfortable accepting your full potential. I feel like that's what they're saying. They're like, group one was never willing to see themselves fulfilling, I'm struggling for the words. Like, I mean, I guess reach your full potential. Like, they're like, you were meant to have so much greater esteem. You know, like, you're very hardworking, you're skilled, you're talented, you have so much to offer. but you were kind of accepting crumbs of esteem or crumbs of acknowledgement. People were not understanding your stature, right? You're meant to be a King of Pentacles, which is someone who is like a very highly respected member of a community or something, right? Or someone who's highly respected in their career field or something like that. And but you had all of this to offer, and yet you were living as a peasant when you were supposed to be like a duke or an earl. You know, like speaking in metaphors. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. It's making me think, like, let's say you are an independent filmmaker or something, and you're content just making great art, and you do, and everyone sees like, wow, you're really good at what you do. You have so much creative talent, and you have so much creative talent, but you're happy just making it and not receiving the accolades, the rewards, or even the amount of money that someone of your talent would normally get. Even people with far less talent would be able to claim so much more and even feel like rightly entitled and deserving to much more money and credit than what you have. You haven't been motivated by those things, but your spirit guides are saying you still should be reaching your full potential. Doesn't just mean like expressing your talents adequately, which you already have. It means accepting all that goes along with being such a talented, hardworking, responsible, reliable person with that King and Queen of Pentacles energy. Like, you deserve to be funded, right? You deserve to be paid adequately. You deserve the respect. You deserve the status and all of that. And maybe it's not something that motivated you. Maybe it's not something that even, you know, you didn't see it as that important. It wasn't your top priority. But here we have the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords. Your spirit guides are kind of saying, like, listen, accepting all of this actually helps you to fulfill your talents even better. Like, when you allow yourself to be respected, and to get the accolades and the income, even the money, the financial material stability, to be also like set, you know, like in Hollywood they have like A-list, B-list, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be given the proper tier of status that you are owed, that you deserve to have. It's better for even for your art or whatever it is you're doing, right? It's better for that if you accept this. Like, okay, let me be placed in the A-list or whatever, you know what I mean, of my career field or whatever. Let me be given the highest level of respect, because then I will be able to produce and generate even better work, because I'll have that support behind me. So it has changed you into someone who understands how to seek and accept support that helps you to go even further in life and to do more with your own innate potential. And for this hater of yours, it's kind of brought them down a little bit off of their high horse, but I think it helps them to straighten up their priorities as well and to understand what's really more important to them in life, because they had gotten a bit lost along the way, thinking that being entitled to these things rather than earning them, because I think you've earned these things but you didn't accept them. They haven't really earned those things, but they felt entitled to them anyway. And so they were kind of lost in this ego battle of trying to prove to everyone how important and special and entitled they were. Now they've been knocked down several pegs, and people can see them for who they really were. And, you know, some people probably saw it already. But in that process, they've learned a lot about themselves and who's really there for them. And it's like they've learned more about the substance of what's important in life. So you both learned a very important lesson. Thank you for sticking with me, group 1, and hearing me out on that. I think that was probably a very important message. I hope that it's helpful. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, group 2, you chose Goddess Sekhmet. Beautiful choice. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with your hater and maybe like what their energy is towards you, etc. But first we'll just see like what's going on with them. What is going on with group 2's hater? We get the King of Cups. And the 7 of Cups. I don't know. I feel like this person is doing about how they normally do. There's not really a whole lot dramatically that's going on in their life. I do feel like this is someone who has a lot of friends with this King of Cups, or hangers-on. I would say they're friends, basically. But it feels like friends in that, like, we're hanging out a lot. We're maybe partying a lot as well. People who they spend a lot of time around, but it doesn't feel like emotionally close in the sense of, you know, especially paired with the 7 of Cups. I feel like this person has a lot of secrets that they keep, that they don't share with the hangers-on or the group that they spend a lot of time. This could be like bar friends. If this is someone who goes to the bar, or party friends, like a group of people that hang around together and party, that type of thing. But it feels to me like, I don't know. I mean, I don't feel any negativity between your hater and these people, but it's like there's not close. It's almost like artificial. You know, some people really like these types of friendships. I'm just saying, like, for me, I don't get it. But I would say it feels to me like your hater is an extrovert, which is also like maybe just, I can't relate to that. But yeah, I feel like there's something this person is planning on doing that they would never tell these people about. Something financial, or how they're going to spend their money. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Knight of Wands. It feels like a way that they're planning to spend their money, which might be kind of self-destructive. Is it how they're going to spend their money, or something about how they're going to make money? I feel like it's something about how to make money. But what is this anger that I have with, I mean, this is like a very angry energy with this Knight of Wands. What's that with? They're planning on making money somehow. What's the Knight of Wands trying to tell us? King of Swords, Emperor, Empress. Does it have something to do with a marriage or like a relationship? No. Does it affect their family somehow? Okay, yeah, that's what it is. We have Tower card as the yes card, so that's a stronger card, and then the Two of Swords is a no card. But this is just one of the ways I do yes or no's, and then both cards kind of give us more of an idea. This person is going to try to make money somehow, but their goal for how they're going to try to make money is something that could have very negative consequences for their own family. Including if they're married, like their spouse, if they have kids, their children. But they're wanting to do this anyway. It could really cause negative consequences for their family. But I think they feel like it's something that they need to do Like they just feel a calling to do it regardless. They don't view it as a negative thing, but there's something here with this Knight of Wands. Again, I just feel like they feel a calling. Okay. How do their spirit guides view this thing that they're planning on doing? We have the Three of Cups and then the Nine of Pentacles. It's not necessarily, and then the Two of Pentacles, it's not necessarily a quote unquote bad thing. It's not, I don't even think it's like criminal activity or anything like that. It is something that probably will enrich this hater's life in some way. Like it will maybe draw people to them, like expand their social network. Like they'll meet people, influential people perhaps, through whatever this is doing. I think they will make good money off of it as well. I don't see it being like something that's going to bring wealth, but it will bring a nice influx. It'll bring in some nice extra financial security, but it's not like it's going to change their tax bracket type of thing necessarily, or whatever. I don't know how to express it, but it's like, yes, it will be worth it financially, whatever they're doing. It will bring greater prosperity. So how is it going to negatively affect their family potentially? Well, I think in the end, it actually won't. It's just that it has that potential to negatively affect their family, and they know this going into it, and yet they're willing to take the risk, basically. But I think the actual outcome is, you know, they take that risk, and actually it turns out that it does not cause harm to their family. I think even the family ends up being glad that your hater made this choice to do this. It makes me think, like, if someone runs for a high level of political office, for example, that can negatively affect the whole family, right? Like, because it brings everyone into the public spotlight, for example, and like brings a lot of scrutiny into the person's life, right? But sometimes the family, like once, let's say the person wins public office, and then the family gets on board with it because they're like, okay, now I can see how through doing this, you know, we're able to be a positive influence. You know, my family member is able to hold that public role and be a positive influence, and then we can support them, and so we feel good about it in the end. But it could have been negative, right? Like there are negatives attached to that. So that's just an example. Just showing, obviously everyone's situation is going to be different, but like there's something like that. So why is this person not talking talking about whatever this goal is? Maybe it's running for public office. Maybe it's publishing a tell-all memoir. I don't know what it is, but it could bring some sort of negativity to their family, but in the end, it actually ends up being positive. And the family actually ends up being supportive of it as well. But why aren't they telling people? We've got the King of Wands. Again, that to me, this comes through as angry energy in this deck. King of Wands and Seven of Swords. Well, to be honest, they feel like it's nobody's effing business what they're trying to do with their life. They're trying to create something. They're trying to manifest this great vision. And I think they're just kind of safeguarding it, basically. Why did Group 2 spirit guides feel the need to point out that they were doing that? So I feel like mostly they were just trying to portray who this hater is, so that you know that I'm picking up on the actual person, that this is someone who does have a lot of, like, a social circle that they spend a lot of time with. They're around people a lot. They're extroverted. Like, it's like to describe basically their social standing in life and their kind of day-to-day, like how they approach life. Basically, so a sort of confirmation so that you know that the reading is meant for you regarding the hater that you had in mind. Or maybe for some of you, it's trying to key you into a different person that you know and tell you something about them. Okay, is there anything else that you need to know about what's going on in this hater's life? I do feel like I got that in the beginning, like there's a sort of slow burn energy. Yeah, they do have this kind of vision that they're wanting to enact, but I don't think anything, it's not like there are any major advancements in that coming about right now. It's more like it's kind of slowly marinating. It's in the works. They're doing some things to get it set up or whatever, but it might take a while for it to actually really take off. I mean, the only other thing I get here is that this person is really, their energy is not so focused towards you. There's a sense of pride that this person has about being in touch with following their own vision. Like I said before, they felt almost like a calling to do this thing, whatever it is that they're about to do. And I don't know, it's like they're really not that bothered, or they're not focused on you so much at all. They're focused more on their life's mission or life's purpose. Yeah, I mean, they feel led or called in some way. I don't know if this is someone who believes in signs. A lot of people, and even if they're not technically spiritual people, there are actually a lot of people who believe in signs, you know, like they may or may not even admit it, but like people are like, oh, I feel like this is a nudge, you know, to do this, or or just like even a gut feeling, I'm supposed to follow this path. So I feel like this person has that inclination as well, and that's what they're just more focused on. To be honest, I feel like this person is viewing you as more of a hater almost. And so it's like they really don't want to have much to do with you, because they're like, you know, group 2 is always trying to get in my effing business, and they're just kind of tuning you out. To be quite honest, that's how I feel. And I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or say that you are a hater to this person, but they view you that way. And everyone has a different perspective of things, right? Perspective is just perspective. But yeah, I mean, in terms of what their energy is towards you, we have the Hanged Man, and it wanted to come up in reverse. Like, their energy is very pulled back from yours, you know, and I think that they do that purposefully. They're purposefully pulling back their energy and trying not to even focus on you or pay much. It's like, you know, when you're running a race, they say you should look straight ahead and not look behind you and pay attention to what other people in the race are doing. That's kind of their approach to you. They're like, let me stay in my lane, let me focus forward on what I'm trying to do and like not get sidetracked. But it's like they kind of see you sometimes, like every now and then they see you like in their peripheral vision, you know, and it's like, group 2, okay, let me tune them out again, you know. That's basically what they're doing. Is there any advice for group 2? Any advice for group 2 about this? We have the Lover's card and the Magician. And the Two of Swords. I think that your spirit guides really would kind of nudge you to have a better understanding of this person, to kind of like maybe give them a little bit more credit or something like that. I don't think that, you know, with the Two of Swords, I don't think that they're necessarily saying reach out and engage with this person and try to have a conversation. It's more like hold back, but like try to view them maybe with a little bit more balance. have a bit more of a balanced understanding of this person. And in doing that, you actually benefit yourself, because when you dial back perhaps your own negative view of this person and have more of a, okay, I'm going to let you stay in your lane, and now I'm going to be in my lane, and I'm going to be, you know, making my own successes here with this world card, right? Like, you're going to reach your own potential much better if you're staying in your lane and respecting that this person is over here staying in their lane. So that's what your spirit guides want you to see that this person is doing. And, you know, if that's very obviously not what's happening, like if you have someone who's like really like going out of the way to make you miserable, then this was not the reading for you, because that's just not what's going on with this person. Group 1 was very different, you know, so maybe that's your reading. But in any case, I hope that this reading was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, group 3, you chose Aeracura. And by the way, just let me know in the comments, is it just me, or does she kind of look like the singer Kesha? I'm like getting Kesha from this. But anyway, Aeracura, let's go ahead and look into your hater and see what's going on with them, maybe what kind of energy they got going on towards you. I was picking up something about this person as I was doing my initial pre-shuffle, which is that I do feel like this person has a close relationship with their mother, and that they have a lot of support from their mother. So if this is someone whose mother is passed on, maybe they're even getting that support from the other side, or there's some other mother figure. But it feels like for most of them, it's their actual mother. I feel like they have a mother who is very protective. We have the Queen of Swords and the Chariot card. Someone who encourages this person. Their mother really encourages them. So you may or may not know about this aspect of their life, but it's like they retreat, like when they're sad, and they can go to their mother and cry on her shoulder. Yeah, and the mother is very protective. The Queen of Swords is coming out again. This mother is on the lookout for people who hate this hater, aka her child. She is the mother is very guarded and protective of this child. Like if she spots someone who she thinks has nefarious intentions, like she has a strong radio signal, like picking up, like, you know, like there's danger approaching, this person is not good for my child. Does that have anything to do with you, group 3? No, I don't think that the mother views you as being a threat to the child, either because they're not aware of you, or if they are aware of you, they don't see you in that way. But they are always on the lookout for, I'm saying, potential predators. You know, predator could be all sorts of different things, but like people who are out to hurt or like inflict pain on their child, who is your hater. Yeah, because I feel like the mother feels like their child, your hater, often they make bad friends. They make bad choices in friends, and they end up getting themselves into sticky situations and like trusting the wrong person. But it's like, you know, they're not holding their child accountable for, or like, it's like, why isn't the mother trying to help the child have greater clarity about the people that they choose as well? I kind of feel like, listen, I'm not trying to be a hater myself, but I feel like this mother so enjoys this protector role that instead of teaching the child how to know who to trust or not, they're like, well, I would be out of a job. as this protector mother, I would be out of a job if I actually taught them how to do it themselves, how to like protect themselves, or like how to choose the people in their life better. I'm not trying to say this is a bad mother. This is a very loving mother, but there is a sort of enmeshment, codependent energy here as well. Yeah, because I feel like, yes, this mother is there for them. Yes, the child, who is your hater, I know I keep saying that to try to keep things straight. They can go to their mother and cry on their shoulder when they inevitably like run afoul in life because of these losers that they're hanging out with. But they go out there and they keep scraping their knee and scraping their knee in life and like running home to mommy. And I do feel as well like the mother, they're protective in a way, but in another way, it's like they let this person go out and make the stupidest choices too. Like they let them go to parties. Maybe they even let them go out to parties before they were really old enough to. It's like they gave this child too much freedom. And they're here to nurse the wounds of the pain that that freedom has brought to this child. But they should have taught this person how to make wiser choices. Like, you know, maybe you shouldn't be going out and drinking a whole bottle of vodka every night. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a reason I was reminded of Kesha at the beginning of this. It's like, we don't need to be drinking a whole bottle of vodka every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, or any day. It's not a good idea to be drinking a whole bottle of vodka. I mean, I feel like your hater is, they have not been given the life skills. This mother has not taught this child the life skills that they really needed in order to thrive and be truly healthy in life. So it's like that umbilical cord to the mother is so strong because this child has to always return to the mother. Like, oh, I went out and I ended up in jail because I did X, Y, or Z, or like I ended up, this horrible thing happened because I was hanging around with these people and I was intoxicated. And I am not trying to justify some people who would take advantage of someone. Please understand me. You don't take advantage of someone, whether they're intoxicated or not. But at the same time, we all know that if you are getting intoxicated around people who you know are like nefarious people, or you should be picking up the red flags and you're just totally ignoring them, right? I feel like this is what, like there are red flags everywhere. Like I shouldn't trust these people, and yet here I am, like totally off my guard because I'm off my gourd. I'm drunk, I'm high, I'm whatever. And like I'm putting myself in a situation to be exploited. Or in some sense, I'm getting also like money exploitation, like trusting people with your PIN on your debit card or like your passwords. Like this person is trusting the wrong people, and it's like hurting them in so many different ways. And then they go home to mommy and they're like, oh my God, my boyfriend stole this money from me. And it's like, you should not have been dating this asshole to begin with. Like the red flags were so obvious, but this mother is not. The mother kind of sees the red flags, but she's not teaching the child. Yeah, I get this, like the mom is getting something out of this very strong umbilical cord that ties her to her child in this sort of toxic way. So anyway, that's what's going on with this person. What should we know about this hater's energy towards group 3? Well, I'm getting all 3 cards reversed. To be quite honest, your spirit guides don't have anything to say about, you know, maybe they just want to give you more of this person's backstory and help you to understand them a little bit more and what they're going through in life. Because I don't, you know, when I'm asking what should we know about group 3's haters energy towards group 3, the spirit guides are like, not really. If if group 3 pressed and was like, okay, spirit guides, you don't think there's anything important to know, but like, can you tell me anyway? Like, what's their energy towards me? We can bypass the spirit guides. Like, spirit guides see things in such a different way. Like, they don't always feel like it's all that important, certain things that we think are important, but what they would say is that this person is very sensitive, and they feel that you see them very clearly. Like, almost like they feel like you see through them. I would say that it makes them a little bit uncomfortable. You see this energy here? This guy on the couch with the therapist. It's like, this is this person, the one on the couch, your hater. They're like, group 3 sees me way too clearly. They can see right through me. And it's not like I don't feel like they're trying to get away with anything, but it's like they feel like you do see a lot of their vulnerabilities and insecurities and all of this, you know. And with this Chariot card, it's just making me think this is a very sensitive person, because the Chariot card is tied to the sign of Cancer. But they try not to allow their sensitivities to show. And I think that's something that both of you do. You try to embrace this Emperor card energy of like putting on a brave face, going out to meet the world, doing what you got to do in life, you know. But yeah, they're faking that brave face most of the time. And that's what they think, that you see through them on that. All right, any advice for group 3 regarding this hater? I'm getting a no again, so there's no advice. We're not going to press on that. If there's no advice, there's no advice. But I do hope that group 3, this reading has been informative and helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.